where do you want to be in your walk in 20 years, in a 20-year time? I hope to be a lot more mature in my Christian faith, something that I'm lacking in right now, things that I need to improve, and I pray to God by age 20 years from now that God's going to really work through me and fix these problems that I have. I have never had it happen before, but God spoke to me in a way that was beyond anything I've ever had. I was justifying something, and I was justifying a really, really, really big thing. I was trying to blow it off of my mind and forget about it, but the Holy Spirit really had his way with me and struck me alongside the head and spoke to me beyond any type of communication with God I've ever had. Now, God is a transcendent being. The universe cannot contain him. Since God is invisible, God is a non-physical being. God created the entire universe, including time itself, and time never existed, did not exist until time did not exist prior to God creating it. If there is one thing that I hate about the United States of America today, it's the screwballs, the knuckleheads, the idiots who stand on one foot and pronounce political correctness. Justin Bieber. I can't escape him. As the grunts in Halo would say, he's everywhere! And I mean that, literally. Justin Bieber is everywhere. I can't escape him. I live in society, so I have to tolerate what society tolerates and likes, and right now society is obsessed and has been obsessed with Justin Bieber, and I am absolutely sick of him. Oh man, does Axe give me energy! So ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about one of the most annoying websites that I think was ever created into existence. This website is known as www.twitter.com.
Oh, I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear. Oh, I'm a yummy, tummy, funny, lucky gummy bear. I'm a jelly bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear.
Hey everybody, this is a message to all of my subscribers, all of my viewers, and even to the people who hate me out there on YouTube. I just got accepted for YouTube partnership, and no, I'm not making it up. I want to thank all of my subscribers, all of my viewers, and even the people who purposely dislike my videos.
Oh, yeah. 3 times you can buy me gummy bear.
For those of you who don't know, I am a Christian. I believe in the Son of God. I believe in Jesus, all that jazz. Whether you believe it or not, that's perfectly fine. The point is profanity within Christianity. The point is, this Christian told me that this argument he had with an atheist, because the atheist used profanity in his argument with this fellow Christian, that this Christian therefore discredits what the atheist has to say about God. Or he discredits the objections that atheists raise about Christianity or God simply because this atheist used profanity in his argument. Now, I don't know what this atheist was arguing. I have no idea. But for a Christian to say that your argument or what you have to say is worthless or invalidated simply because you use profanity, that's really crazy. That's really absurd. I'll start off by saying this. The Amazing Atheist has been banned from our household. That's right. The Amazing Atheist, the YouTube user, is banned from the household. In other words, I am not allowed to listen to The Amazing Atheist on my computer or on my dad's internet. And I'm going to explain to you why. So about 2 or 3 weeks ago, sitting in my room, I had my speakers on. I was listening to a video by The Amazing Atheist. But anyway, I was listening to him, and my dad is in the other room, and my dad gets up out of his chair, walks into my room, and says, "What are you listening to?" in a very stern, loud voice. And I responded, "I'm listening to the user, The Amazing Atheist." Now, my dad has heard other videos by The Amazing Atheist, and my dad usually just walks away, but for some reason, I guess my dad was feeling more hateful than usual. So what did he do? He said to me that I am no longer allowed to listen to The Amazing Atheist because The Amazing Atheist uses the F word constantly in his videos. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not offended with the use of the F word. I don't use profanity, as I believe profanity is wrong according to me. For me, okay, if you use profanity, I'm not going to judge you accordingly. But for me, I don't use profanity because I believe it's wrong and it's a sin, because I am a Christian and I believe in the Bible and not yada yada yada. Well, my dad said that I wasn't allowed to listen to Amazing Atheist anymore because he uses the vulgar profanity, and he is a evil, vile man who's not worth listening to because he has to use the F word. In which case, I actually started to defend the Amazing Atheist, also known as TJ, and started arguing with my dad over whether or not TJ is an acceptable person to listen to, and just because he uses the F word does not mean that I should turn someone away, or not listen to someone, or not associate with someone, or never listen to them. Personally, I have found a lot of videos by the Amazing Atheist very interesting. I have listened to a lot of his videos, especially his critiques of Christianity and why there's no God. I find that stuff interesting, although I disagree. I can't argue very well against it, but I disagree, but I find it interesting nonetheless. Time for a rant. What I'm going to be doing in this video is 9 popular quotes quoted by Justin Bieber fangirls. Quote number 1. You're just jealous of Justin Bieber.
Hello, idiots. Hello, retards of the internet.
Dude, man, are you sure that we are the retards? We're not the ones with our eyes bursting out of our forehead.
This is my official warning to all the haters of Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, and myself. Since March, you probably have realized the amount of hate Justin Bieber and I have been getting.
No, not at all.
I have made videos about where I discuss how we must stop this like a protest peacefully. I have did absolutely nothing wrong.
You say peacefully, but several minutes later in your video you contradict yourself by saying that all Justin Bieber haters need to die. I am a Sith Lord. Onision, Onision, Onision. Onision, 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 Onision. Gummy bear. There's stuff been going on in my life that I've been praying about a lot, and my mom's been praying about it, and she's like, I think this is gonna be the one, Daniel. This person's gonna be the one. And then I find out that they're not interested. And this is the point is, I'm just sick and tired of being disappointed with this whole prayer stuff. Because there's no evidence, there's no physical evidence, there's no any type of evidence to prove that even prayer even works. And therefore, I'm saying goodbye to religion as a whole because I'm sick and tired of being disappointed by stupid sayings that don't mean a darn thing. And I'm reverting to deism. For good now. I've always been struggling with the concept of theism and deism, and I'm reverting to deism. And for those of you who don't know what deism is the belief that there is an intelligent designer, but he doesn't intervene himself into people's lives. In other words, he created a world and just left it as it is. And prayer doesn't do anything, going to church doesn't do anything, doing any of that stuff just doesn't do anything. He doesn't intervene, he doesn't do miracles, nothing. He just created the world. So I'm a deist now, fully, and I don't even think I'm ever going... It'd be a miracle for me to, and I don't mean miracle literal, but miracle in metaphorical sense of me becoming a theist again, because just stuff in the Bible that confuses me. I don't have answers when people ask me certain things about the Bible. I can't answer it. When Christians, Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses come up to me and say, God loves you, God has a plan for you, everything happens for a reason, I bring up this story. I tell them this story. And they look at me and they're speechless. They don't know what to fucking say to me. Do you know what? Because what can you say? Are you going to tell me that my Aunt Jeannie, that somehow some greater good came out of her being gang raped by 4 different men and her having all of these problems?
and her suffering, not being able to express or talk to anybody about what happened? Did you really think some good is going to come out of that? No. Everything that happens for a reason is bullshit. It's a bullshit coping mechanism in which the religious try to use towards people to comfort you to make you feel better. But even if you are religious, if someone says to you this, challenge that. Because it is a load of horseshit. And you should not let someone treat you that insensitively by trying to make you feel better by saying God allowed this to happen to make you stronger. No. If you've been through a traumatic experience, you became stronger from that experience because you used those negative things to become a stronger person and a better person, not because some fucking ultimate being decided to say, you know, I think I'm going to let this happen to you, and hey, you got raped, you got molested, let's see how well you come out in the future, you know? It's just, it enrages me when I hear this bullshit, everything happens for a reason from religious folks. So I guess my response to people is challenge everything. Ever since I've left religion, I've still been going through a transition on trying to figure out what exactly I believe and why I believe it. Since I left Christianity, I converted to deism, which was the belief in a God, but if you are a deist, all that means is that you believe in a God, but you believe that God just kind of created us and just left us to destroy ourselves. So God doesn't intervene in people's lives, God doesn't answer prayers, miracles are not possible, or they are possible, but God doesn't do anything. A deist just believes in a God which just created the world and got everything started and just left us to rot and die into existence and kill ourselves over religion and God. So if you think about it, if a God did really create us and just left us here to fight wars and use and do things in his name, then he's really an asshole. So as of recently, I've had a lot of questions thrown at me as to why I choose to be an agnostic atheist. Or my main question is, why do I choose atheism in general? In fact, I've been told that I'm going to live a more depressed life while I'm an atheist than I was when I was a Christian. And you know what I say to that? That's bullshit. That's a load of horseshit, and you and me know that. You know how we know that? Because since I've left religion completely, I feel more free, more open, and I like who I am. I can finally talk about masturbation publicly. I can make references to sex without having to fear the religious group that I was associated with condemning me to hell, saying that I was going to burn for saying and talking about these things, which are completely natural things for us humans to do. Sexuality's natural. Masturbation's natural. Sex is natural. And it's just a lot of these things I was just repressed from. I don't need God in order to do that. I don't need religion in order for me to be someone who can help other people and serve other people and make a difference in our fucked up world, because we have to admit our world is pretty fucked up with a lot of the things that happen right now, especially in America. And I'm glad that I can be who I am, and I love who I am, but most of all I can be myself without God. That's why I'm an atheist, because I live in reality, not a fantasy. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That was from the year 2008 to 2012. I just want to thank you guys again for reaching 500,000 subscribers. And when I say that things have changed, I have changed, you have changed. This video that I've shown here, I hope is a shocker, because a lot of things have changed, especially my physicality, my ability to speak in front of a camera, my vocabulary, my speech impediment. It's been a massive growing experience, and I hope by making this compilation video of 2008 to 2012, you could see a little bit of that, rather than just me saying, yeah, I changed. Well, hopefully you were able to see that through an actual video, because, you know, I haven't seen many people be able to do what I've just done here. I mean, some people have done it, but to see like a whole transition of go to Christian to something completely the opposite is just a really cool thing that I really was excited to share with you today. So thank you for watching this video. My Reddit forums are linked down below. All of my social media is linked down below. My PO Box is linked down below in the description. Thank you guys for watching this video, and again, thank you for 500,000 subscribers. I truly do appreciate it.